there are no many different ways of going beyond pain, emotional turmoil, stress, anxiety, all that. There are no different ways. There is only one way. You have to know yourself. And what is it that you can know about yourself? The only thing you can know about yourself is, why do you think the way you think? What are you seeing in the world of thoughts? There are many words, many explanations. But if you simplify it, bring it to their fundamental realities, what does it mean to learn? What does it mean to grow? What does it mean to elevate my level of understanding of life, which is the only answer, only solution to the problems I'm experiencing now? If you were told that you cannot learn from your experiences, I have snatched that invisible gift you've always had throughout your life. From this moment onwards, you will go through the experience of life, but there will be no distillation of wisdom or knowledge. Then you can safely assume that your level of suffering, your fear, your uncertainty, your anxieties will be frozen at that level, because your ability to learn has been taken away. So why bother about all these other things when you can see that it's learning? I am not learning at the pace I want to learn. The momentum, I need a little more of that learning to know a little more of myself, to become a little more enlightened, so that I can put some distance between me and my thoughts. And every experience comes through a thought. If there is some distance between you and your thought, then you have that much more control. If it's that simple, then the only thing I'll ask for is, okay, show me the process, give me the process, give me a method, give me a technique through which I can watch my thoughts. That's it. If you want just one skill, one ability, it is the art of watching thoughts. Now, that is the beginning of the journey of exploration of consciousness. That is the beginning of enlightenment. Yes, initially it will be intellectual, but that's the opening. Intellectual enlightenment is what eventually leads to real enlightenment. You have to intellectually realize that, oh, this is what it is, this is who I am. Watching thoughts is the whole art. You don't even have to bring in even as much complication as, okay, what do I do? Do I watch my breath? Do I sit and watch a candle? Do I do transcendental meditation? Do I do dancing meditation? Those are all secondary questions. The primary question is, what gives you the maximum opportunity to watch your thoughts? Sit and watch your thoughts. You will see what are your distractions. While you're walking, watch your thought. While you're running, watch your thought. You will see it's very natural to search for silence, to search for stillness, because silence and stillness provide the perfect backdrop to watch a thought. That's it. That's what meditation is. It is to create the necessary conditions for you to watch the thought. Even in intense meditations, even in, let's say, a dancing meditation, you're not dancing all the time. You're moving, you're dancing, and then you pause. in that pause is where meditation happens. When you pause, all that movement now has suddenly made stillness visible. Now that stillness is giving you the backdrop to see the new movement, which is your thought, which is what you actually want to see. See, you can just sit quiet and watch your thoughts. Basically, there is stillness watching movement. If you were to fundamentally break down the process of watching a thought even further, what is a thought? And who is this watching? It's basically stillness watching movement. That's it. There is something still. There is something moving. That's the only way watching is possible. If both the watcher and a thought are moving, then there is no point of reference. There is no way you can sit and watch a thought moving. Or you cannot watch something changing. You have to be unchanging to watch change. There has to be a part of you that is not lost in the world of change. That is the first proof that you're not the body. Because in body, everything is moving all the time. Body is not a still entity. It's always moving. Something outside, inside, something is always moving on the body. But you are able to watch this movement. You're able to watch a thought. You're able to watch change. How is that possible? Because you are something else. You are the stillness trying to connect, trying to see thoughts clearly so that you can remove that illusion. The power of a thought is its mystery. It comes from somewhere very quickly, mysterious. It goes away very quickly. It morphs into something else. It disguises itself. Thought is like constantly doing something, and in that doing, we get trapped. Oh, there's something happening here. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Basically, nothing is happening there. It's just movement, change. You are the stillness that has become attached to this movement. Now, for you to withdraw from that movement and to experience a moment of stillness, you cannot do it directly because your entire attention and focus is on a thought. Your system has become used to recognizing movement, recognizing change, not stillness, not silence. Stillness, silence seems very alien. In fact, the mind doesn't even like it. It equates it with death, when in fact it is life itself. For the mind, silence and stillness is like, whoa, it's boring. And if I explore it a little more, it just seems like death. A dead body is silent, dead body is still. No, dead body is not silent and still. Dead body is just a body, there is no consciousness there. When you become silent and still, you are conscious. Because you are conscious, you are not a dead body. Your body is there doing its own thing. But your aliveness, your awareness has become now a backdrop. So take any technique of meditation. Basically, what you're trying to achieve is, by using a technique, you are wanting to create the backdrop of silence and stillness. So if you can use movement to create that backdrop, because ultimately mind is an illusion. Because mind is an illusion, you can trick it into coming into silence and stillness. That's what a technique is. All meditation techniques are tricks. Otherwise, the only technique you need is you just have to sit, close your eyes. Why close your eyes? Because if you have your eyes open, you're seeing something and which is feeding to your imagination. So you withdraw yourself, close your eyes and just watch your thoughts. You have to deal with the problem of falling asleep or being afraid of your own thoughts. To go beyond these two fears, the fear of falling asleep, the fear of fear itself, we need a technique, a method. All methods and techniques are to help us to come to the stillness, come to the silence of the now, not to experience the silence itself, not to experience the stillness itself, but to experience our thoughts, which become more clear, more visible. Because as long as we are addicted to thoughts, we cannot experience silence and stillness. They are just words. Real silence and stillness, when you experience it, that is the moment of enlightenment. When you have watched thoughts enough, you know what a thought is. You know it so well that now you can choose to step away from it. Because it's no longer an illusion. I choose when to play with it and when to withdraw. Still, it sucks you in because of its movement and change. Still, you forget yourself and get lost in the world of thoughts. But when you make a choice to step away from it, you can. Now, that is freedom. To be able to step away from the flood of thoughts. Now, that itself is enlightenment.